Welcome back. Our next guest is one of those people we personally met and fell in love with in New Orleans as a result of needing help in training our new Italian Spinoni puppy, Luca. We already have 2 dogs, and Dr. Jean here wanted, what did you call it?
A real dog.
A real dog. Long story short, we got Luca. And once we brought Luca home and started dealing with trying to house train him, dealing with the other 2 dogs that we already have, the puppy biting, the jumping, the chaos, we knew we needed help. And so I started doing some research and found dog trainer extraordinaire Joseph James, founder of Professional Canine Solutions in New Orleans. Joseph James is a Marine Corps veteran, prior law enforcement and corrections officer. As a law enforcement officer, he worked with the training and development of police canines and is now certified as a police canine training instructor. Joseph has become a sought-after trainer and has attracted the attention of several professional athletes from the New Orleans Saints, not only for his skills, but for his passion to teaching and the animals themselves. Initially, we were going to have Joseph speak about dog training and teach us a couple of obedience commands. But in talking and preparing for the show, we got to know Joseph's story and thought that we would share that with you instead, because it is an all-inspiring and powerful story that I know all of you will love to hear. Joseph, it's truly an honor to have you here on the show.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you guys so much. Truly honored, and it's just a blessing to be able to be here and be a part of your blessing that you are by serving the community. So thank you guys.
Well, thank you. Why don't you share with the audience your story about how it is that you came to do what you're doing today and all the things that you do?
Yes, ma'am. So the love for dog training actually started when I was in the 8th grade, and I never had the chance to really work with dogs until 2012. So many, many years later. And I was with the sheriff's department, had the opportunity afforded to me to work with the police canines. Fast forward a few years later, it wasn't until 2015 that I started working for a franchise company. And just with my aspirations, by 2016, I started and launched my own business, Professional Canine Solutions.
And that's grown tremendously.
It absolutely has. Our first client was actually Zach Strief of the New Orleans Saints, and then our second was another Saints player, and it just the doors opened up to us with the Saints organization, and now of course we have clients all over the United States, and even some that are travel abroad now to Europe that we train their dog, and they were either sent to us or they brought them into us, and of course like you guys being there in DC. And having your dog here, having Luca here, we've just been blessed and honored to be able to serve people across the nation.
In addition to dog training, which you do so well, I know that you're doing some other really interesting things with your life and professionally. Can you share that with us?
Yes, ma'am. So I recently started traveling and coaching, teaching in leadership, and it's the same principles that I use in dog training. And the way that this came about was in 2017, a year after I started my business. My wife became pregnant with our 3rd child, only to find out a year later that right after the birth of our 3rd child, she was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And we went through that journey of me running a business, dealing with the chemo, the journey of cancer, only to lose her 11 months later. But it wasn't just her I lost. I lost my father and my wife all in the same month, 22 days apart from each other. I was faced with a lot of challenges, a lot of adversity. I honestly did not want to move forward in having a business. I was trying to figure out who I was. I was now a father of 3 children. And even though the oldest was 10 years old, I felt like I was starting all over from scratch all by myself. But what I decided to do is I just took those adversities, just like, anything else that I've done in life, being a Marine, I took those adversities, those challenges, and I went head forward towards them. And within the aspect of training dogs and the leadership that we all need as a dog owner, the same leadership principles that we need in our life when we have challenges or face adversity. So I've blended the two together to have that alpha dog mentality. And that's allowed me to work with professional athletes in the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, to develop and create that high performance mindset.
Well, that's just a tough story to hear, but it's amazing what you've done with everything. The way that you've taken your adversity and given it to serve and help other people is just something else. You have your podcast. You also you train people and speak all over the country, correct?
Yes, sir. And our podcast is called Purpose Through Pain. Okay. I believe that pain is life's greatest teacher. It's also life's biggest crutch. It can hold us back like glue, or we can choose to let it launch us into our destiny. So with the coaching and leadership, the podcast, I am creating and looking for people to create a stronger leadership mentality within their life, their family, and their career.
I know that people can either send dogs to you, or you can actually fly to get dogs back to New Orleans if they choose to train them, because I know that you're one of the best trainers out there in the country, if not the world. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am, that's right. We will take dogs from anywhere and everywhere, as long as the owner is committed to keeping up with the behaviors and the work that we provide during training.
And we can't wait to see our little Luca when we get back later tonight.
Yes, and matter of fact, if you guys got 3 more seconds, I have a special guest to bring on the show.
You do?
Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my God, wait.
Where is that boy? Luca!
We have Luca right here. Luca, can you say hi to mommy and daddy?
That boy brings a smile to my face every time I see him.
Oh my gosh, look at you, baby.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Bye, Luca.
Bye, Luca. Thank you so much. You made our day. Thank you.
We'll be back with finding more of the good life after one final break.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I know, that's so great.
Happy dog, happy life. Yeah, we get it. There's an app for pet parents like us. Buddies by Blue Buffalo. Download and sign up now to get a free bag of treats.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-761-0972. That's 1-800-761-0972 now.
Again, listen to this. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check every month may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with the benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Check your zip code. It could be dynamite. Call now.
Call 1-800-397-5142. That's 1-800-397-5142 now.